Hey everybody, this is Joel Toppin, and just finished stickering all my new Commands and Colors Ancients blocks from expansion number 6, and I thought it'd be fun to get together a group shot of all the expansions. So these are the boys of Commands and Colors. So this is the complete set. And for those of you that are not familiar with the system, this works a lot like Memoir 44 and Battle Cry, same designer. So if you've ever played Memoir 44 or Battle Cry, you can get into Ancients pretty quick. It's a deeper game and a slightly more complex game than Memoir 44, but you get quite a lot for your money in it. This is the system. The base game here comes with 2 sets of blocks, comes with your gray Roman Republicans, and that's basically what we have here. So these are the Republican boys. You don't get quite this many with them. A lot of these Republicans came from expansions 2 and 3, and maybe some from 4. I don't remember. I think it's mostly from 2 and 3. And then you have the brown Carthaginians. So here's the Carthaginian sets, and those come with expansion number 1. Now expansion number 2, excuse me, that comes with the base set. Expansion number 1 has the Greeks, the blue blocks, and the Eastern yellow or tan blocks. They seem to be having a hard time getting them all to match 100%, but all in all it's not too bad. I've got a group shot here, and if you look really close you can tell the difference between those that came in the base game and the new expansion, which is the one right in the center. It's a slightly different shade. The ones that come with expansion number, was it number 4, that's got a bit more of a difference than the base game. Those are the ones that are most noticeable, I think. But those are the yeah, expansion number 4, I think, had yellow blocks. Yeah, that's it. So that's the yellow blocks, the Eastern nations. Here we have the rest of the Greeks. The blue ones are the Greeks that come with expansion number 1. Few of these are in expansion number 4, so you got some new ones here. So that's the core of what you see there. The yellow and blue is what you get in expansion number 1, plus a ton of scenarios. Expansion number 2 adds in the green blocks and the red ones. I remember this arrived around Christmas time off P500, and it's very Christmassy in its color arrangement. You actually don't get quite that many red or green. Some of the new green ones you can see are a lighter shade. Those came with expansion number 4, so some of those are new. And same thing with the red ones. Some of those red blocks come with expansion number 3. So that's what you get. Most of that is what you get in expansion number 2, which I believe is out of print. Expansion number 3 is kind of an odd expansion. Came out at the same time as expansion number 2, and it was in here that they first took their stab at epic rules, which puts 2 game boards abutted against one another to create an epic battle. And there's all kinds of rules on how to handle that, and basically the rules that come with that game are now obsolete. They tossed it out and completely overhauled them, and the result's a much better game for it. But expansion number 3 did come with a whole bunch of new scenarios for the regular game. It also came with more red blocks, and I believe more gray blocks, if I remember right, because there are several Civil War battles that take place between the Senate and Julius Caesar and so forth. So that's what you would get in expansion number 3. Expansion 4 is fairly new. What's that? Came out last year. And what that one comes with is your purple late Imperial blocks. So, by the way, the red, I should clarify that the red is Imperial Roman, gray is Republican Roman, and the purple is late Imperial Roman. And those come with, all those come in expansion number 4, which also includes some green blocks for the barbarians. That's what the green blocks are. Green blocks have some interesting oddities in there. You have light chariot, you have the barbarian light chariots, and a whole mix of what they call warrior class guys. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, this block here, that's a vanity block I put together for Boudica from what is the Watling Street battle, I think. So decided to use one of the extra blocks they sent me to dress up my collection. Alrighty, so the last expansion, well, let me talk about expansion number 5 real quick. Expansion 5 is Epic Ancients 2, and it's a really neat set. This comes with a rule set that really makes Epic Ancients work and work really well. It's even more fun to play than standard Ancients is. And it comes with some epic battles, and it comes with also wooden card holders, so it's a real neat addition to the set. No blocks included in that. It just comes with your I think 110 deck of cards for the epics. I think that's the size of it. I don't remember exactly. It's a larger deck for epics than regular Ancients. And the rules and epic scenarios that you need to play those. So that's what you get in expansion number 5. Now, new one, expansion number 6, I did a box opening video of it. And they're all stickered. We had a lovely snowstorm, which was perfect weather for sitting indoors and putting stickers on almost 300 blocks. But this is the gang, and they look just super cool. And this is a neat set. It adds new rules for Hoplite class medium infantry. Gives it a little bit more chrome. Also adds some vanity counters for some battles that occur in expansion number 1 include a unit known as the Silver Shields, and that came in here. So they've included now some retrofit blocks to fit back to older scenarios, and one of the cooler ones is the Silver Shields, which is actually a silver colored unit. And then you have these bronze units back here, which are the Spartan Hoplites proper, whereas the orange colored blocks are Spartan allies, and so forth. Anyway, so that's the gang. Of course, some of the expansions also come with special blocks to indicate special unit status. And I think there's some wagons and wagon loggers that came with expansion number 4. So that is a group shot of the Commands and Colors family, and that's what you get inside those packages. I don't even want to tell you how long it takes to put stickers on all of these. I think I spent about 4 hours doing just this set right there. So do the math from there. A lot of football games and baseball games were watched while putting this host of stickers on. Some people are going to ask about the Epic Ancients. What do you need for it besides a core set and expansion number 5? I want to say it was expansion number 3 that came with the extra map. Of course, it's out of print, but you could always buy a second set of Ancients, which I actually have. I just haven't gotten around to stickering it because I wanted to have some extra blocks for some of the epic scenarios so that they're all using the same color. Anyways, you could do that, certainly. But Epic Ancients is really a lot of fun to play, and that's what you basically need. You just basically need the 2 maps and expansion number 5 to really make it work. Some of the battles are going to ask for blocks from other sets. If you didn't have them, I'm sure you could use some from a different color. You just have to get around the aesthetics of having units with different colors, but shouldn't be that big of a deal. But that is the Commands and Colors family, and the cool thing about this is, unlike some games that have miniatures, these are real colorful. The illustrations look fantastic. That looks really cool set up on the table, especially Epic Ancients, where you have this big long battlefield arrayed with all these different kinds of troops. It looks just super cool on the table. And this is the Commands and Colors family from GMT Games, and that's what you would get inside the box after a lot of stickering.